juice out of the headphones. Yeah, sweet juice out of the headphones. Yo. When you think of me, you think of a problem. Who, what, when, and how you gon' solve them. Automatic or revolver. KI double lesson. Here's the lesson. Most beams is infrared, but mine's is fluorescent. No matter where you go, I'ma spot you. No matter how many people you put me in front of, I'ma rock you. And if you try to be the hard top, I'm gonna drop you. I got to treat you like the clutch. Pop you, creep through in the 420 with your honey. Cause you ain't nothing but a playboy that turned bunny. And the only thing left to discuss is more money. In these bullshit games, these chickens try to run me. Y'all know y'all can't touch us. I flow luscious, it's so real, I make her hop out and get the Duchess. I'm sitting on 1,000 birds, and I hide from the camera. Cause the picture's worth 1,000 words. And y'all herbs, y'all get what y'all deserve. Y'all do the catering while we just get served. And you got some nerve for PH and Jason. Do you have any idea who you facing? Just something about my shit you'll never figure out. It's too hot, burning my mouth, that's why I spit it out. It must be real hard for y'all to listen, and it's sad niggas is too broke to pay attention. Chillin', sitting on the balcony, million. And all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 10 years, I should see about $1 billion. All for the love and drug bill. Yeah, chillin'. Sitting on the balcony, million. All my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion. Hey yo, niggas know the line of work. Bulletproof designer shirt, rolling with a China doll. She'll be reminding y'all, down to the underworld. Every block monitored, of course. Jadakiss and LOX boss. A pro, cause I grow off the shit that I saw. You just another so-and-so, trying to flow, going broke. You trying to buy property, set it up for growing coke. Niggas making the movie, so I came to edit. Wiping everybody out right before the credits. I'm a hard guy to get along with, get on the song with. When shit be going right, I flip into the wrong shit. The prime artist expect me to rhyme hardest. / con artist, gon' get mine regardless. I ain't even big and I size niggas up, cause they eyes give them up. Look at them and see they butt. I'm 22 with 10 in, so there that go. You hear that flow? It drove the underground wacko. Ever since 12, I've been spitting like tobacco. Relax though, cop the tape, CD in the wax though. They wonder how. But the thing about ours, we open up 24 hours. Niggas don't sleep or eat, so when they speak, it mean power. So you should keep quiet, you a coward. About to be laid out flat and pushing up flowers. Chillin', sitting on about $500,000. And all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion. All for the love and drug bill. Chillin', sitting on about $500,000. And all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion. All for the love and drug bill. Chillin', sitting on about $500,000. With all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion. All for the love and drug bill. Chillin', sitting on about $500,000. With all my niggas, all my guns, all my women. Next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion.
In my eyes, swinging them hips when you pass. I'm visualizing my name tattooed on that ass, baby. Jump on this Harley, let's go smoke some of that Bob Marley. Sip some Bacardi, then go pull up at the after party. I think we make a perfect couple, but you think I'm trouble. Maybe that's the reason you gave me the wrong number. She got me feeling like maybe she the wrong woman. Think I'ma be chasing the chicken head, you own something. Your toes painted, hair fixed all the time, and your Gucci boots the same color as mine. If you read between the lines, you can see that I want you. I bet you how you doing what you said that you won't do. Make a decision sure that good things don't last long. Your girlfriend keeps showing me that thong. Before I head home, I'ma stop at your house and go to home. If you come outside, you know it's on. Holla at your boy. I really understand you, baby. I see your loving. I really just drive you crazy. I wanna be your lover. I really understand you, baby. I wanna see your loving. Oh yeah. I really just drive you crazy. Frustrated with the baller.
wonder why I don't call her. Maybe because I'm busy and she needs someone to spoil her. It gets annoying from time to time, I gotta ignore in order to let her know that we friends and nothing more. She loves it when I'm in town, hate it when I'm not around. I get her and wear it down. Next door neighbors hear the sound, pitches hitting the ground, just enough to hold us down. I'm and moving, cruising after the third round. Just lay back, baby, and let me drive you crazy. I can make a 40-year-old feel like a young lady. I admit I fell in love with a frame, and to make her feel special, I let her call me by my government name. My panties wet over fame, fell in love with my chain. I wonder if I wasn't an entertainer, would she remain? Surrounding me, hounding me, trying to be my own lady. I'm not your boyfriend, I'm your homemade. I wanna get to know you. I really understand you.
Don't know what fucked me up more, watching the lick or watching her walk. She hypnotized me with her hips, man. I sweet talk her if she like, cause all she really want is a nigga to treat her right. Look, I'm legit now, I used to break laws. Now you can reap the benefits of world tours. Big house, big Benz, girl, it's yours. Mink coats, Italian shoes, stones with no flaws. You ain't got to look like a model for me to adore you. All you gotta do is love me and be loyal. Don't indulge in my past, fuck what happened before you. Cause of me, some honeys gon' hate you that never saw you. Come here, let me touch on you, I'll let you touch on me. Put my tongue on you, you put your tongue on me. Let me ride on you and you can ride on. We can do it all night, we can have a ball at night.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money, my dreams come true, my life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
turn 7 to a 14, 14 to a whole thing. Lord knows it's a cold game. Switched up on you hoes, man. Big body take both lanes. Backseat blowing propane. All black, 5 gold chains. Young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train. Tookie Williams over Coltrane. Eric B by the rope chain. RC, we for show bang. Tiny Lokes and they go crazy. What you know about the dope game? Was you born in the 80s? Did your mama smoke cocaine? Have you ever seen the whole thing? But you drove to the streets cause you grew up on show change. Fucked up when the dope bags. It remind me when these rappers drop duds and they quotes change. Had to part with the low fade. I was standing in front of Knicks with my sack for the whole day. Drive-bys, I was road rage. We park and hop out, learn levels to this whole thing. Old school play the OJ's trying to make a slow change. Mama still slaving for a low wage. Trying to double up. Yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies. I just I ain't telling no lies. I just
5, 4, 3, 2. That's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I leave it behind if you let me. I run and got drowned just to hold you down. I jump off the ledge if you with me. I bring you up, you just let me down. Let me down.
Get my own money and chain too.
Let me down.
It's hard to catch what you can't see. I grew up to be who I wanna be, so the more niggas talk, I'ma shine. Might have been way before it's time. Posted with my back against the wall. Life is a bitch, but she mine. The Rag 6 Goose, yeah, it's mine. The West Side too, yeah, it's mine. What you know about? Your poster on the wall at the dealership. Leaving the bed, legs trembling. Getting banged on for your penalties. What you know about? Your response be the reason you exist. Lucky I ain't get caught up in the twist. Young nigga blue pager on my hip, so as the champagne spill and the car accelerate and the beat gon' cry. I'll be going to the bank at least 3-4 times. Get handshakes from the branch managers. We keep doing fly shit when the cameras cut.
double up. Yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies. I just I ain't telling no lies. I just
5, 4, 3, 2. That's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I leave it behind if you let me. I run and got drowned just to hold you down. I jump off the ledge if you with me. I bring you up, you just let me down. Let me down. Let me down.
You're he, mic check. You're he, mic check. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'll take that. Plus, they're giving me ones in the chat room. So, yeah, I'll take that. Dino with the one. Day one S with the one. Lizzo with the one. There we go. Ants with the one. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll buy Saturdays every time. That one gets him every time. You're he. Mic check, mic check. You're he. There you go. What's going on, folks? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? It's your boy, King James. London McLovin, London man. London Spilsberg. Black Daddy, aka Black Jesus. You see it? So many identities. So many identities. How is Big Sister ever going to keep up with this? How is Big Sister going to keep up with moi? I'm something else, I tell you that much. I'm something else. So yeah, 420 if you got that, man. We got Voy in the building. We got Jeebus in the building. We got Lizzo French. Lizzo French. We got Dino in the building. Granddad in the building. Got Granddad in the building. Infamous Grill Sniper. Our very own resident dragon, Mr. Voy. Got Day One S in the building. Good stuff. We got Ant in the building. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, man. 420 if you got that shit. Yeah, what's today? Monday? Is it Happy Moon Day? Oh yeah, Happy Moon Day. Happy Moon Day. For those of you who's not aware, I've got live tomorrow, right, on my main channel. A nice build with your boy Brian Stavely and the Machine Lies. That should be going down on the main channel tomorrow. I think it's 8 p.m. GMT. All right. I put in a few requests for, some more people to come over. So hopefully they can make it over to the build. Show you some new stuff, speak about some new things. Very interesting. So for those of you who is into the Mandela effect and things of that nature, yeah, you'll be wanting to find yourself there. We've got Brian Stavely. He's actually the pioneer of this. I don't really see anybody talking about it or bringing it to the forefront like Mr. Stavely. So yeah, you may want to lock in if you're a fan, and if you're not a fan, but it sounds like your cup of tea, deep diving, then pull up. Yeah, pull up. I wanted to watch something as well. Hold on a second. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. That. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright, cool. Oh, where's my manners? Let me pin that link real quick. Just in case. Pin that link. Over here. Oh, sorry, my bro. Hold on a second. Go. Let's get into something real quick. While it's still early, kill a bit of time. Oops, let me go over here. Where you just hardwired. Let's get into this from End to the Stars.
Chilling. It's the sine wave, but it's also an Ouroboros. Now, of course, the Ouroboros is a snake eating its tail. It's also the infinity symbol. It's also the symbol for meta, isn't it? The metaverse. It's all one and the same. And the Ouroboros is probably in this symbol because he believes that this will open the gate to eternal life, which is the infinity symbol, like a robber and a thief trying to find another way. Now, the first part of today's show, I'm going to show you what the Operation Warp Speed logo really means and how it's all about transcendence and consciousness.
Put that right here. This one here to the right. Whoops. That's the Orion. That's the eye. Right. You can see he's got the crystal in the eye. Right. Almost like the hex. And the little strands here. I'm guessing that's the fibers that hold up the lens, right? But over here, it seems to be missing some fibers, like it's dislocated. Right? It looks dislocated. You following me? It looks dislocated. Okay, let's keep going.
And then we're going to tie all that in.
Oh, sorry. And if you're familiar with my work, obviously down here, you got the famous cross. The famous cross. It almost looks like the England flag, right? The famous cross. I covered that today over on Ant's channel.
In to the sequel to iPet Goat 2, which is iPet Goat 3. And I'm going to basically pull up a show that I did with KJ and Nicholson in 1968. That'll be at the end of today's show. We all decoded that together, and that's why you don't find my decode of iPet Goat 3 on my channel, because I did it on KJ's channel. This was a couple years ago. Now, what is all the fuss about? Well, this is the Warp Speed logo. And of course, there's a big spike protein in front of it, but behind it is a very specific symbol, the Antakarana. What is the Antakarana symbol? Well, we're going to talk about that.
Okay, let's go.
The Antakarana symbol means the three states of consciousness. Do I have your attention? I hope so, because this is serious business. Because we're going to go down a road of exposing the new age roots of what we all just went through and where it's all headed. The Antakarana are the 3 or 4 states of consciousness: the waking state, the dream state,
deep sleep state. Oh gosh.
And the deep state. The deep sleep state. Now, let me go back into the chat here. Now, we'd covered all this, but now the dust has settled, and now we can take a clear look at all this stuff and see where all this is headed and how we've been gaslighted. I just want to back up a little bit because there are still some people that don't understand that this is the same symbol. Warp speed. Take a look at it, and now go right here. It's the same symbol. It's just rotated.
Mm-hmm.
They covered the center, so you can't see exactly what it is, but
Yeah.
it's clear what it is.
Yeah.
Now that we've established.
For anyone who wants to generate endless power off the grid, do not buy a generator.
What this is, and that there is a new age component to the warp speed logo. Let's dig in a little bit deeper. Because you have to ask yourself, why is this symbol, the Anticorona, why is this on a vaccine logo? Is the main question. And why was the likely originator of the logo, which was the person who headed up Warp Speed, his name was Moncef Slaoui, why was he also into hacking the mind and consciousness through the vagus nerve in his prior career?
Okay.
Bioelectronics is what he called it, and is on video right here on YouTube talking about his new age beliefs and hacking the vagus nerve and bioelectronics, which is exactly what Elon Musk is doing right now. Now, this Anticorona symbol is also a Reiki symbol. Are you noticing something here yet? Jesus Christ is no part of any of this. It's all New Age. Now, if you're into New Age,
it's all New Age. So they're excluding Jesus Christ. So does that mean that it's a changing of the lens? That's what it must be. It must be a changing of the lens, because Jesus is the lens. So they're getting rid of the cross, the lens, and it's just the New Age. It's just the new cube, the hypercube. It's just the new representation. Is this the new representation? I don't know. Let's find out.
all this should sound really exciting to you. And in fact, the first time we covered all this, when Operation Warp Speed launched, I was shocked. There were a bunch of New Agers that came to the channel in the comments section praising this guy, Moncef Slaoui, and praising Trump for finally getting with the program about New Age healing. I was speechless, and I let those comments stand so you could see what is happening here. A man who says he's a Christian while presenting New Age in his actions. So this is the Anticorona symbol. It's also a Reiki symbol. And here's where things get really creepy. Because in Reiki, the Anticorona, is used as a healing symbol. Now, I want to be very clear here because we've been talking a lot about electromagnetics.
Okay.
And how Tesla fit into all this. And how they were studying electric signals. This is the conduit and the foundation of these technologies. It's all about sending a signal, an electric signal in through the nervous system and hacking it. It's about frequencies. Look at this. They use electromagnetic therapy along with visual images of this symbol. So in other words, they send a signal into your brain and they make you look at this Anticorona symbol and it does something. It puts you into some kind of fog state, some kind of hypnotic state. I'm just going to read this right off of the New Age website, you guys. Also referred to as electromagnetic therapy or EMT, radionics is a metaphysical science that claims an illness can be cured with electromagnetic radiation. So this is 5G. It supports the idea of using visual images in yantra meditation to influence the human consciousness and emotions on a psychic level. For this reason, many believe that the Antichrona symbol itself affects the chakra in a positive way. This is the path, their path, to spiritual enlightenment, not giving your life to Jesus Christ. Even though its exact origins, I don't want to show you the symbol too much because apparently it has some kind of visual effect that we all got exposed to when Operation Warp Speed came out. Even though its exact origins are unclear, the Antichrona symbol represents various philosophical concepts of Buddhism and Hinduism. We were just talking about that the other day with Tina Turner, who spent the last 20 years of her life as a Buddhist. It's a symbol of healing. According to the beliefs of many Eastern religions, the Antichrona has its own conscience.
Whoa.
And its presence creates a positive effect in chakras and amplifies healing energies. Apart from Reiki healing, it's used in hypnotherapy. Oh, so we all just got hypnotized with this.
Oh, wow.
That was like face to face.
Ugh.
Wow.
Oh, indeed.
Chiropractic treatment, breathing exercise, wellness practices to restore energetic balance to the whole body. So, this is about opening up the body to accept a new consciousness. To the best as I could tell on our research, this is what this is all headed to. And this is how they're going to try to do it. And this is why Trump and Elon Musk seem to like each other, because they're both working together behind the scenes. So you see, Warp Speed was all about consciousness, New Age healing, and frequencies. Now, let's go back into the chat, and then we're going to get into a past decode that I did on KJ's channel, Scariest Movie Ever, with Nicholson, 1968. It was on iPetGoat 3. Let me go into the chat though first, see if you guys have any questions about this, because I wanted to let the dust settle on this topic. Now that we have hindsight knowledge of all this, and we have some clarity, because sometimes you need time to have clarity, right? And we're able to boil this all down into exactly what's going on. Now, the only other research you could probably do on this, you can go on to YouTube and you can watch Monsef Salawi himself, Monsef, and his own words talking about New Age concepts and healing and bioelectronics and hacking the vagus nerve. You can do your own deep dive on that. And it'll be as clear as day why Trump hired him to head this up. It should be as clear as day. And if it's not as clear as day, and you're still in denial, and you still think that, oh, he hired him by accident, or he didn't know, or his past about hacking the consciousness had nothing to do with him developing the vaccine at warp speed. If you still think that, then you have to be under a strong delusion. I'm sorry, putting that out there. You just have to be at that point. Because it could have been anybody else he could have hired. He could have hired a guy from Pfizer to head it up. He could have hired anybody else, and there would have been no decode today. But he hired that guy with the symbol that represents that guy's belief system.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be very clear here. Now, what is the end game exactly? I don't really know exactly what the end game is, because none of us have a crystal ball, know the future. But I just showed you enough evidence that should give you pause and make you scratch your head about where this is all headed. Now, why would Trump want to be involved in something like this? Well, because Trump thinks he's a god. What better way to be a god on earth than to be the person in history who came up with a way to offer people an avatar body and transfer their consciousness? You would literally be a god on earth, wouldn't you? You would be the 666 beast on the earth, wouldn't you? for 6 seconds? Yes, you would. So only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. Now let's get into this video. We're just going to jump right in here.
Let's go ahead and jump from here. We'll go ahead and go to iPetGoat 3. Does that sound good to you guys?
So that's KJ. We're on his channel here. And if you haven't subscribed to him, I don't know if he's still doing a lot of streams anymore here, but he's got 494,000 subscribers here. And this is, let's see here. Is this his channel? Yeah, this is the Scariest Movie Ever channel. So let me zoom it up so you can see the spelling and everything. KJ and I have been friends. We haven't spoken in a while, but I've known KJ for a long time. He's tried to help this channel to gain subscribers over the years. We've done shows together. And so I think he's mostly on some alternative sites now. But let's watch this here.
Yeah. All right. And before I do, I'll read a little bit of this because it appears that this might be what iPetGoat 3 is about, perhaps even a bit of iPetGoat 2, but about the Mahdi, in case people never heard of it. The Mahdi, M-A-H-D-I, meaning the rightly guided one, is an eschatological messianic figure who, according to Islamic belief, will appear at the end times to rid the world of evil and injustice. In Muslim traditions, it's said that he will appear alongside Jesus Christ and establish the divine kingdom of God. His reign will last 6, 7, or 9 years, according to different sources. Some references from Hadith show Mahdi's face will shine on the moon. Mahdi will help humanity clean their hearts with the name of God. And then right here it says there's no direct reference to Mahdi in the Quran, only in the Hadith. In most traditions, the Mahdi will arrive with Isa or Jesus to defeat the false Messiah or Antichrist. And that's just really the basics of it. If anybody wants to learn more, you
I've heard about that. So it's in the Hadith, not actually in the Quran. Okay, interesting. The Hadiths.
can look into it. But here we go. This is iPetGoat 3.
I have to mention something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hadith. In the Hadith 2, this is one of the reasons why they believe also the Antichrist will come out from America is the Dajjal. And there's a quote in there in the Hadith where it's talking about the Antichrist.
That's the one-eyed.
How do you?
That's the one-eyed boss, if you know what I mean. That's the one-eyed. The Dajjal is the one-eyed God, basically. The one-eyed God. The final boss. Interesting. It's leading back to that eye, boy. That's crazy.
Know that I think they're speaking. I'm trying to think. I don't know the verse, but it's talking about how do you know who the correct messenger is? And it says because the correct messenger doesn't have one eye. See, and that's where they get the one eye symbolism. It's all been misconstrued of Antichrist coming out of the eye on the back of the dollar bill is because of the Hadith. The Dajjal and all of that is the one eye. Because there's a statement in the Hadith where it says the true messenger will not have won't have one eye. The Antichrist has one eye.
So that's Nicholson 1968 speaking there. And I think he's also on alternative platforms as well, but he's still on YouTube as well. I think I saw a video posted by him not too long ago.
Yep. I'll share.
That's good. This is something I was just thinking of. I've mentioned it in the past on some shows, but when I first started on YouTube uploading about 10 years ago, and, I'd learned about all this because I made the Scariest Movie Ever made, the first one about 2 years or so before I started uploading. But when I first started doing it and I was really researching all this, Illuminati, all that stuff, and the best people, the ones that I really chipped my teeth on as far as their research back 10 years ago, that were really exposing Illuminati in Disney and movies and TV shows and logos and everything, were Muslims. There was 4 different channels I followed: Farhan K, 501, Noriega, Dr. Freemason, and Oh wait, I can't remember the fourth, but there was Pop Culture Pastor as well. He was awesome. He wasn't Muslim. He was like a Christian, but he was really good at decoding all this stuff. But yeah, just throwing that out there because we'll see some of that anti-Illuminati stuff in here as well, and that is a part of it. For
Now the reason why he's saying that is because now I don't know about iPet Goat 3. I think the originators were Muslim. When I say I don't know about iPet Goat 3, it just doesn't have the quality that iPet Goat 2 had. So this is you can almost look at iPet Goat 3 as some kind of like a knockoff, I guess. It's not literally the sequel to iPet Goat 2. It's not the same makers, it's different makers. So take it with a grain of salt. And so this is one person who created this and their perspective on what an iPet Goat 3 would look like is what this is. So I want to be clear about that as well. This is not the same makers as iPet Goat 2. Let me check in with you guys and then we'll get back to this. And I'm sorry that I have to keep checking in, but I just want to make sure we're on track here and everybody's good. All right. Yes, it's basically it was made by Arabs, I believe, or Muslims. And so that you have to take that into context when looking at this iPet Goat 3. Okay, let's keep going here. And then after this, we'll have a little Q&A and we can kind of talk about some of these findings.
Never go to a car wash again. I haven't had a car wash since I bought this for
for them. I mean, they understand that. The big difference, of course, has always been for me, and it's one of the toughest parts in some ways of being a follower of Christ, is that they don't have Christ. They see him in kind of a different way. And, are they right or are we right? Well, I have to go on our side. It's through the Son to get to the Father. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's tough to have to toe that line. Am I wrong? Are you guys with me?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Anybody? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like I feel like
guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Guys.
Uh-oh. We can hear you
guys.
We can hear you. Yeah, we can
hear us.
Boy, you guys with me? I won't have to tell
people. But you gotta also you gotta back that up, with something. And unless you're ready to alienate a bunch of people, you got to be ready for that. You got to be equipped. And I think we've all gotten better equipped at standing up for Jesus in the way that we need to bring more people to him without being judgy and pointing the finger at other people, for their sins and all that, right? Because we're not supposed to do that. So,
yeah. All right. Good one. Good answer. Okay. Well, I hope I don't lose you guys again. Sometimes it happens. I think there's a lot of people in chat. We got like 5,000 listening live. So let me say a huge shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sure the moderators are probably running wild right now, but guys.
So that gives you an idea of what happened to YouTube. Well, when KJ would do his shows, there would be 5,000 to 6,000 people watching live. And YouTube's algorithms have cut that down to, most of the major truth channels are barely breaking 1,000 to 2,000 watching, even the popular ones. The real truthers. I'm not talking about the mainstream truthers. I'm talking about the core truthers from the 2012 era.
Thank you all so much for being here. Really, we appreciate all of you. We do. So let's go ahead and watch iPet Goat 3 all the way through first, and then afterwards we'll watch it again and then break it up a little bit. Is that cool with y'all? It's only 4 minutes. Okay, cool.
Now, I'm not sure. Gosh, I should probably turn the sound off here. So I'm not sure what the soundtrack, because they've actually come after the soundtrack and they're copywriting it. So I'm going to kind of morph this a little bit. So there you see there. In fact, what we'll do, I'll put a link to this show and we're going to kind of mostly decode this again ourselves. This obviously is a Chinese building here, and you have Trump and Putin fighting on top of a Chinese building, fighting over China. I think these guys were pretty accurate. You guys, this came out.
I see a truncated pyramid. You have an eye on top. Truncated pyramid, the apex. Look.
3 or 4 years ago, I think was when we did this decode together. And what is happening right now? Both America and Russia are fighting for China. Now, what do I mean? I'm talking about economically. Russia is now in the works with China doing deals because they've been cut off from the world economically with all these embargoes because of the war in Ukraine. So they're solidifying their relationship with China. But then Trump was also doing the same thing. Even though he said he hated China or gave people the impression that he hated China, Walmart and all the Chinese products were emboldened during the lockdowns, wasn't it? It was Walmart that had record profit and growth, obviously resulting in China's record profit and growth through the pandemic because they were one of the only places that was allowed to stay open for much of the pandemic. And so Putin and Trump on top of this Chinese building begs the question, will this be the next presidency? Will it be a showdown between Trump and Putin, or the appearance of a showdown over China? Now, if you think I'm making all this up, understand that Trump raised all of his children to speak fluent Mandarin. They learned under their nanny, who was Chinese. That's who he hired to take care of his children, probably to prepare them for the new order, the new world in which China will become a major player, in which our world leaders will all need to speak Mandarin to communicate with the Chinese leaders. The nanny is named Xi, XIXI. And they're fighting next to the Illuminati pyramid here. Let's keep playing this. The eye is going around the pyramid, and there is the sun, which is also the
black sun
spike protein. Let's see when this came out.
After graduating, my ideal is doing a master's. I want to do an MD.
Oh, this was just 2 years ago. Okay, this was streamed in January 2021. So the pandemic was starting to kind of wind it down. So you can imagine that this is probably representative of the sun spike protein, the dark sun, the black sun spike protein, the Apollo sun. Let's keep watching here. Then, of course, you get the eye here, the Eye of Horus, which is also another archetype of Apollo, crowned. That's a corona as well. This is probably the Mahdi, is what KJ was saying earlier in the show. The Antichrist sitting on his throne. He's been throned. The crowned serpent. Now, the crowned serpent is something we've been talking about, something that we discovered on the channel. Lots of videos on what that means. The crowning of the serpent. That happened over the course of the pandemic. Let's keep watching here. With all the soldiers. Whoa, wait, hold on. And
yeah, there you go again. The truncated pyramid with the lens and the apex. The apex, see the sun right there. Right. Look at this, ants. Look what they're showing you, ants. Remember, I just showed you guys this, right? The lasers, the degrees. We just went over this. Interesting. It's one big laser show at the end of the day, right? Turn up the lights in here, baby.
The central part of the sun being in the pineal position. And this is what they want to do. They want to assume the lamp of the body. They want to fill it with darkness. Jesus said the eye is the lamp of the body. Mm-hmm. If your eye is single, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is dark, your whole body will be full of darkness. I believe Jesus was talking about the lamp of the body, the pineal, which is the seat of where the Holy Spirit resides, if you're filled with the Holy Spirit. But if it is devoid with the Holy Spirit, then you're filled with darkness. I believe that's what Jesus was talking about. And so obviously these folks want to fill you with the darkness. Egypt. What else do we have here? Okay, so this guy just died. Hold on. Okay, so looks like falling stars, fireballs, or nuclear strikes. Got some crosses, some graves down here, cemetery, post-apocalyptic landscape, and of course the Eiffel Tower. And this individual, a dancing skeleton, who is that? Is that Putin? Huh.
Oh, they knocked the tower down.
And
Holy
okay, so
shit.
then we get this figure, this fighter jet, a bomber comes in, bombs the Eiffel Tower, it falls down. Right here. Now there's a similar scene in iPet Goat 2 where these bombers come in and they bomb a mosque and it falls over. But wait a minute. Let's see when the fire happened. I wonder if this was before or after the fire at the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Because if this was before the fire at Notre Dame, that would make this very prophetic, wouldn't it? Let's see here. Okay, so the fire was before. So they were keying in on this scene in Paris where the cathedral caught on fire and the spire fell over. Okay, so no prophetic vision there. Hindsight. As Putin's doing the breakdance. Oh, look, bunch of needles. See that? Let's take a look. Needle in the back, pierced in the side. Remember we talked about the piercing in the side.
Eve came from Adam.
How many needles was Jesus crucified with? How many nails?
The rib, probably
2 and a booster. 1 in each hand. And 1 in the feet. And he was pierced in the side with the spear of destiny, wasn't he? The enemy wants to recreate everything in the dark image. Jesus actually fulfilled the prophecy of Genesis that the serpent would bruise the woman or bite the woman. I can't remember the exact translation. In the heel, the seed of the woman in the heel. That would be Jesus. When he was crucified, a spike went right through his foot, very close to his heel. So he fulfilled the prophecy. But in doing that, he crushed the head of the serpent in doing that. This is why he said, "It is finished." Because through belief in him, we have everlasting life. Look at this. There's even a barcode on the syringe.
Wow.
Wow. Now, we've talked about the Eiffel Tower being representative of a needle as well, hadn't we? We looked at the Eiffel Tower inside Google Earth, and from the air, it is a giant syringe. Wonder if we should pull that up now.
Yeah, man. Pull it up. Come on.
Maybe we should do that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's see here. Because I want to make this a complete show. Okay. Eiffel Tower. France. All right, let me share screens with you guys for the rest of the show and show you in Google Earth the giant syringe from the air of the Eiffel Tower. All right, hopefully you can see that now. Let's put this in 3D because this is important, because the syringe next to the Eiffel Tower is important because they're one and the same. Now, there's also a radio frequency aspect to the Eiffel Tower as well, which we saw in the movie Tomorrowland. Remember?
Lens. Wow, did you see that?
In Tomorrowland.
Hold on.
They went up to Tomorrowland.
Got the angles again. Look, that's the lens right down there. Oops. Picture of that. Interesting. Oh, there's a better one. Let me get that.
Remember? In Tomorrowland. They went up to the top of the Eiffel Tower and realized, with Tesla, that it was
controlling the mind.
A giant radio tower. All right, let's turn off some of these other things here so you guys can see this clearly. Okay, here's the Eiffel Tower. Wow, can't even believe this. Here is the syringe. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it, but I don't know. He's saying it's a syringe. I'm saying it's more of the ray, right? I'm saying it's more of like, for lack of a better word, death ray, quote unquote, right? You can even see the path it's taking, right? Follow my mouse. It goes from the top all along here and through the lens right here. This is the lens. You can tell by the angles that's coming from it. The roads are the angles of light that's coming from this lens right here. But I'm guessing this is like the ray, a syringe or ray, but I'm guessing more of like the ray, and this will be the light at top, because I think this flashes at top. I've been over here, and this flashes at the top, so that's more of like a ray.
Here's the plunger of the syringe, the part where you put your fingers on. The grips, I guess you call them. Right here.
Dope.
And
he's cold.
Remember these pools, these dark pools? This is the fluid injecting into the needle, which is the Eiffel Tower. And who was it? Gargamel, wasn't it? Magagrel was on the Eiffel Tower in Paris in Smurfs 2. He became the dark waters in these fountain pools. You see how it all fits together? All right, let's keep going here. Now you understand what this hypodermic needle next to the Eiffel Tower actually means.
Nice.
Now, this looks like...
Oh, I don't know, but
now you understand.
It had the crosses there as well. That's the lens. It's got two crosses right there. Right there. And then it's got the body there also. Interesting.
Understand what this hypodermic needle next to the Eiffel Tower actually means. Now, this looks like... Whoa, what is that? Well, it's trying to...
That is...
It's a stork, but it's not.
No, that's the in how would they call it? The Enzenzu, I think it's called the Enzenzu. That's the description what the Chinese would call their Ziz or Phoenix, but I think it was a cross between the Phoenix and the Ziz. They said the Enzenzu. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, that's what that looks like. You can tell by the tail feathers coming off it, but it looks like it's got a basket in its mouth, like it's doing a stork's job.
It's almost like a phoenix, maybe, carrying a child onto this building, delivering the child. Now, what is this about? Through the eye portal. See that? Child grows up
Oh, I missed that. What
and
happened?
becomes almost like
Oh, not a bloody advert.
a phoenix, maybe, carrying a child onto this building, delivering the child.
No,
Now, what is this
what
about?
that building again? Hold on a second.
Carrying a child.
Is it me, right? Or does that building look like one of those devices, right? You know, when you're looking for a microscope or something and you change the lenses, you know, you can change the sizes or the, yeah, you know, you can change the lens. That's what that looks like when the doctors would go through it. Cause look, it just transformed into his eye. It came out of his eye, right?
Child onto this building, delivering the child. Now, what is this about? Through the eye portal. See that? Child grows up and becomes the leader of some kind of movement inside the mosque. And we had found this building, didn't we? I wonder if I mentioned it in this show. We'd actually found this building. I think it's the headquarters of, I want to say the CDC, but maybe I'm wrong. Can't remember what we had determined this building was. Let me pause it on the building. And I may talk about it in this decut. I just don't remember. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, there you go. That building.
Okay, he's gonna talk about it. I want to hear what he's got to say. Let's go.
I think we had found a similar building with a circle and a rectangle there. Lands on the roof of the building, and then you go through the eye portal.
Oh, like the keyhole as well. That's got the keyhole.
Phoenix
sign.
or whatever drops the baby off
Hold on, that's the
in
keyhole
the
sign as
basket.
well, right?
Notice the basket symbol. There you go. That building.
Yeah, he's got the keyhole sign as well. Okay.
I think we had found a similar building with a circle and a rectangle there. Lands on the roof of the building, and then you go through the eye portal. This Phoenix or whatever drops the baby off in the basket. Notice the basket symbolism, wicker basket. This is like Moses when he floated down the Nile, right? In the wicker basket. Egg shaped through the eye portal, which signifies possession as well, right? So this person is probably possessed. They've a dark spirit is coming through their eye portal. Then we get UFOs, which
Ooh, there you go. There you go. All right. Let me talk my shit real quick. You got the truncated pyramid, ladies and gentlemen, right? What else do you have? You have the apex, the light above the truncated pyramid. What do you have above that? You have the UFO, aka the lens, right? AKA the lens. Too easy. Too easy. Too easy, coach. Too easy, coach.
Now has been fully disclosed. Most people believe they're real. The UFO deception will somehow fit into this. And it looks like there's some kind of event that could happen over Giza, 3 pyramids. Maybe this is where the UFOs will come down. Can you imagine? That would be something like out of Close Encounters, right? Where they come down at the
Case, that's the lens, my brother. If you ever get hold of this case, right, through my research, they're showing us the lens. When you see the UFO, that's the lens. When you see the lens, that's the UFO. When you see the cross, that's the lens, that's the eye. So it's one and the same. It's how would you call it? What they're probably showing us, right, is the new age, right? You see how they're always talking about the Anunnakis, aliens, the Greys. So the UFO would represent the new age, right? It would represent the new age, and the cross is the old age, right?
other pyramid, right? In Wyoming, I believe that.
And that pyramid's in a crater. Don't forget about that. That pyramid is in a crater, right? The pyramid's in a crater.
That was where there's a giant tree stump. The Devil's Tower. Kind of looks like a pyramid, doesn't it? These are places for spiritual activity, obviously. UFO comes out of the bottom. And apparently this is all connected in together. He floats off of some kind of platform. Comes out of the floor. Oh, the Ark of the Covenant. Maybe they'll say they found the Ark of the Covenant or something, buried under a pyramid. With the UFOs, little Saturn symbols as the holders. Huh. They fly off. This UFO picks the thing up, opens the Ark of the Covenant.
It's confirming my word. Listen, see, I knew it. Okay, so it's one and the same. Listen, when they're talking about these things, they're talking about technology devices, right? The UFO, like I said, that's the lens, right? That's the lens. The UFO is the lens, first of all. Some new type of lens, may I add. And then the covenant, right? There's a device which they use, and they use it for the brain, right? But it's also the covenant as well. I'm not going to go too much into that. Yeah, I need to present it to you guys when I'm ready. But this is deep. Wow, the lens and the covenant together. Mind blowing. Both at the same time. Crazy.
And inside is the 10 Commandments, probably, on the stones. And everybody worships this guy because he found the Ark of the Covenant or whatever. Huh. This is the original Torah. So they're going to claim they found the original Torah. It was written here, Muhammad is a messenger of God. Oh, saying that Muhammad.
Hold on. Wow. Tor, right? Taurus or toric, like toric lens, Tor, and then Ra, Eye of Ra, Tor, the lens and the eye together. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, London. How you just come up with that? Tor, the lens and the eye. Give myself a pat on the back. Thank you. Let's keep going.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
And then maybe the world will all believe it and then renounce Jesus, something like that. Gospel of Barnabas, same verse. Okay, so these, obviously this is Islamic propaganda to a certain degree, obviously, right? There's the eagle first, and there's the spear, the tip of the spear, the arrow. And this character shoots and kills the eagle. Democracy. And then Demo Freedom, apparently. Some kind of astrological alignment that looks like Orion, maybe. The belt of Orion.
For anyone who wants to generate endless power off the grid, do not buy a generator.
Whoa, hold on, go back to that
So
book.
obviously this is heavy.
Oh, hold on, because that book, I know what he's showing me. 1 second. When they show you that book, there's a reason. Oh, they got the man, look at the man of the symbol, man laying by the moon. Right, that's the body. Legs. And you know what's crazy? Hold on, because I've got something like, snapshot. Boop. Thank you. All right, let's keep
Some
going.
kind of astrological alignment.
That's the man on the moon. That's the man on the moon. Oh, shit, he's in the waters. Oh, he's in the waters.
That looks like Orion, maybe. The belt of Orion.
That right there, right? That book. Hold on a second, because they're showing you. Where is it? All right, so that book there, all right, that's an Islamic book, all right. But like I said, it may not even be the Islamic book. It just may be one of those, religious books. It could be the Torah, right? Islamic book or the Torah, one of them. I can't really tell from this angle, but when you see this symbol right here, right, they're showing you this. This is the eye symbol again. That's what they're showing you. All right. See the little thing up top here, thing up top there. See the sight, the shape of it. Oops, oops, what happened there? Yeah, that's what they're showing you, basically.
So obviously this is heavy Islamic propaganda here going on. I don't even know what all that says. Now I'm decoding this because a lot of you had asked me to look at this. I don't necessarily subscribe to iPet Goat 3 in terms of believing everything that's in it or even its legitimacy, but it's something worthy of note to look at. Oh boy, look at that. Vertical takeoff cars. Is this the Freedom City that Trump was talking about? What? Look at that. If you don't know, Trump was talking about freedom cities, and he's promised to develop cars that can take off vertically. So I think that would probably be the bombshell of this particular decode, something that hadn't happened yet, depicted in this iPad Go 3 2 years ago. Wow. The Golden Bull. Molech. And the World Bank. Whoever this guy is, with the sword.
See, hold on, go back because I was kind of doing something. Wait. Look, they're showing you.
Molech.
Boom. There you go again. The globe, right? Look behind them, the World Bank, right? The globe behind them, the eye, the globe, and Taurus, Taurus. Remember, we went over that already. Taurus, the Taurus lens, toric lens, all right? And look what's above him, the globe, the eye, and the light, just behind the horn, right? Look, right there. The lens. Where did we see that again? Remember I showed you guys. Let's go back and have a look at something real quick. Let's be in this one. Is it gone? Oh yes. Remember he's at the bank, right? So at the bank, World Bank, right? Look, you got the globe, right? You got the eye, the globe, and you got the Taurus lens, right? Toric, you got the lens, the ball. And you go over here now, and they're at the bank again, right? In this cartoon that I came across with my children, right? You got the lens, the eye, everything right there in this one. But where's the other bank one? Hold on a second. Hold on. There's another one there. Let me try and get that one again. Second. There's too many stuff. Oh yes, here we are. This is what they're showing you again, right? When you're seeing this, the lens and the globe, right? You're seeing the lens and the globe in plain sight again. You had that one, right? Look, they're showing you with this one at the bank. Remember the money sign, the money sign for the bank, right? Money sign for the bank, and you got this one, bank again. See it? With the globe right there and the lens. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the fibers that would hold the lens, right? Hold the eye or the lens. And on this side, they don't have it because it's a dislocated lens, right? It's a dislocated lens. That's what they're showing you. Plain sight. There you go. I do it different. I know.
The World Bank. Whoever this guy is, the sword. Gosh. He's got an emblem on his chest.
Well, you know what that is. Remember? All right. I got. I love my job. I love my job. I really do. I love my job. Let me show you what they're talking about. Tell you why we do it different, right? This is what they're talking about. Remember, they're showing you the sword, right? Let me just come back out of there a second. Showing you the sword on the lens, right? He's about to, do his job, chop or destroy, whatever. Let's have a look. Boom! He just chopped it. The sword. So that's the lens. That's a toric. That's a toric, right? Destruction. Right. Now, where else do we see that? Where have I showed you that before? Let's have a look. There you go. The sword through the lens, sword through the globe, right? All you Star Trek fans out there, right? Look, the sword through the lens, through the globe, through the eye. And look, it's coming for the Americas. It's coming for you American folks. Hmm? The sword and the lens. The sword and the stone. Whoo! That's got a new meaning to it now, right? The sword and the stone. That, I wonder if they're talking about the philosopher's stone. Hmm? So that'll be like the laser and the stone. Crazy. 420 if you got that shit.
Cuts off the golden bull. And then you have this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Let's rewind that.
Wow,
Who's
look.
that? Is that some people thought maybe that was Obama, maybe?
I could have sworn it went straight down into the apex, right? Look, it went straight down into the apex, the eye.
What does that say? I don't know what that says. Let's see if we can get a close up of this guy. Could be like an Obama archetype. He's wearing overalls. I don't know what that means.
Look, you see the money on the floor? It goes straight into the apex through the optic nerve. Watch.
Stepping on the dollar.
And it comes straight out into your boy. Well, not my boy, but you know, them boys. Them boys, them boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for these weirdos, right? It's come straight to their place, to their domain. Look, the hex. The hex. Israel. Went straight into the hex, boy. The star at that. Is that the David star? I could have sworn it is.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe this is the reparations. All this money flying down. Slavery reparations. Huh. Interesting. Him stepping on the money. Because money won't mean anything once you start giving out a bunch of money to people. That's the thing. You know, all these stimulus checks everybody got, what did it do? It caused hyperinflation that we're experiencing now. Because what happens is we live in an economic system where when you flood the market with money, if you don't have careful controls on how that money is spent, then you have greedy people who take advantage of that. So what happened during the pandemic when all these stimulus checks went out? Everything went up in price, didn't it? Because they're like, oh, there's a bunch of money out there. Let's get some of it. Rents went up. Building costs went up. Everything went up. There's, of course, the flag with the symbol on it. Everybody knows what that means. Been awful quiet over there lately, hasn't it? Haven't heard too much out of that country. This looks like some kind of a temple. Maybe the rebuilding of the temple. I don't know. And there's a mosque. I think that's Jerusalem, right? And this weird character on a spaceship. This could be a new figure that comes from. Maybe this is why they're bringing up the whole UFO thing and starting to legitimize it now, because there'll be a figure that comes from somewhere else on a spaceship, and everybody will go, ooh, ah.
Your new lord will be Thanos. Huh.
So, all right. Now, I may or may not play part of our discussion on this. I might leave that up to, because I'm not sure about copyright. I might just link this and you can go and watch the decode on his channel, on KJ's channel, since I am on his channel here watching it. I'll just link it in the pinned comment with all the other links to the show. Okay, so this reminds me of the phallic lighthouse in iPet Goat 2, is what this looks like it's depicting. Right? And if my memory serves me correctly,
Oh, got the eye. Look at that. Look at that. What's he gonna do?
yes, he gouges out the eye. If your right eye causes you to sin,
Let's go back. Where did we see that? Where did we see that? Excusez-moi. Excuse me. Where did we see that? Excuse me. Hello. Hmm. Big sister. Lovely. It's lovely. Lovely globe. Lovely diamond globe. Lovely.
gouge it out is what the Bible says. So this character does that. And there is a spiral which represents a portal. A spiral, birds flying over the cube of Mecca. So maybe a portal opens there. Huh. Look at that.
Wow. Oh, hold on. Wait, whoa. Look where they just zoomed out from. Wow, hold on a second. Wait a second. Let me see that again.
The cube of Mecca. So maybe a portal opens there. Huh.
Wait a second. I need to take a shot of that first.
Look at that.
Right, this spot right here, right? I was watching something the other day, and apparently,
that
right there, this is right here. Apparently, is the deepest hole into the earth. Right? How comes they got it on their thing? Are they aware of this? Why would they put it in iPet Gold 3? Interesting. And so not the Cola Bora one. Apparently, over this region, there's a sealed up tunnel, and it's the deepest tunnel in the world. Right here. Oh, that's crazy.
The world.
Oh, but it moved. Whatever it was, it moved. Did you see that? It just moved. Like a UFO or something. Watch it move.
The cube of Mecca. So maybe a portal opens there. Huh. Look at that.
Watch it move.
The world.
Like, it moved. So it's light. Interesting.
Oh, peace. The Bible says when they declare peace, then the end will come.
Woo. There you go.
So apparently that's it. And again, I'll link this for you guys so you can watch this yourself, our discussion on it, because it's probably very important. And let's just go in the chat and have a little Q&A for a bit before I pop off of here. All right, you guys. Wow.
Yeah, we'll stop it right there. Good stuff, Case. Good stuff. Yeah, that was good. 420 if you got that. Lots of gems over there, boy. Case was cooking. Shout out to the grand old chat room. Who we got down there? I was busy in that video. I didn't even get to see who came in. CC in the building. What's going on, CC? Much love. Grandad in the building. What's going on, Grandad? Smith in the building. What's popping? Got Manny in the building. AKA the Pathfinder. Jeez, the Pathfinder. Yeah, boy. Good stuff. RBS in the building. Salute. Man, Jeebus in the building. Salute. Lonnie in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was good stuff. Good stuff. I want to swing it to you 1 second. But yeah, I wanted to bring something to you guys' attention. You may be aware of it or you may not be aware of it, but you know, we've been talking about the lenses over here, right? And you know, to me, I think that's a new type of technology. What they're, well, new to the public, but you know, they've been working on these things for God knows how long. And I think they've started to use these things, right, over in the Americas. I think they're using these type of technologies over in the Americas. And it's only going to get worse, to be honest. There's a lot of heat waves coming, right? But now they've got these things called heat domes, right? If you're following me, you know what they're trying to say, right? Remember, we've been talking about the lenses that collapse and become, you know, solid like, lens like, optic like, right? Smart fluids that become optic like, lens like, possibly even dome like, you know. So yeah, let's take a look into that.
Still talking high 90s, triple digit heat indices, but it's still not common for this time of year. It's going to be so hot that excessive heat alerts have already been issued for parts of the Midwest and Northeast. So it's likely going to be above average in the Central Plains, Midwest, Northeast, but the Pacific Northwest is going to be feeling below normal. And then as we look even farther out throughout the month of June, it is still going to be hot. Now, meteorological summer started June 1st. Climatological summer starts about June 21st, June 22nd due to the summer solstice. But if we're already seeing temperatures 80 to 90% above average compared to where they normally are, when you look at climatological data, it's going to be a long summer. Here comes the heat. Yes, it's summer. Yes, it's
gonna be a long, hot summer. I hope you got your pools and everything ready.
3 and 4 or even more. And the reason is because of this heat dome. We've been talking about it for weeks because it's not going anywhere.
Heat dome. Look at that. Heat dome, right? That's what they're calling it. But look at the shape of it. Circle like, lens like, right? Do you remember when we was playing those videos over here the other day, maybe a few weeks ago, when they was talking about making a lens, right, near enough the size as this heat dome, what was actually seeing? Remember they said that on that video that I played you guys? They said they want to make a lens big as a few states. Now they're introducing things called heat domes, right? Interesting.
It's just meandering back and forth sort of between Arizona and Texas. And that dome of high pressure is what it is. And it just prevents storms from forming. It prevents clouds from forming. And it causes sinking air. And that's what really builds up that heat. People like 3 and 4 or even more.
Oh, it's a sinking air. It causes sinking air, boy. You're just getting hot air dropped onto you. Mm-mm. That's the opposite to AC. Wow.
And
the heat dome. What's a heat dome?
Here's 3 hacks that will help you stay cool in the hot weather. You might have thought that a cold shower was the answer to cooling down, but it's actually a hot shower. The science behind that is that having a hot shower will force blood vessels to dilate and brings blood circulation to the surface of the skin, which then releases
from 120 at midnight in Death Valley to 126 in China to a heat index of 158 in the Middle East and even 102 degrees in the middle of winter in South America. These extreme temperatures are being caused by intense areas of high pressure called heat domes. Heat domes act like a lid, trapping hot, dry air at the surface, leading
Heat domes act like a lid. You heard it. That's like a lens, right? Heat dome. Thunderdome. The Simpsons dome. Huh?
to extreme heat. Climate change is enhancing heat waves by making heat domes more severe and prolonged. The combination of El Nino, which boosts global temperatures, and anthropogenic global warming is sending global temperatures to levels we have not seen in at least 120,000 years. We must also consider the 2022 Hunga Tunga volcano eruption, which sent 58,000 Olympic pools worth of water into the stratosphere, which will likely have a temporary warming effect on the planet. Do you think the summer has been record hot?
What kind of place is this?
It's a hell realm. Hear he.
Mexico.
The hottest place in the world. The Lat Desert in Iran is by far the hottest place on Earth. It's got the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth, which was around 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's around 70 degrees Celsius. That's crazy hot. And because it's so hot, it hasn't rained in over 20 years. But despite all of this, it's still home to some very unique animals that you can't find anywhere else in the world. Like these foxes, wolves, and even wild rabbits. Would you spend 48 hours there for $10,000? Let me know.
For 10,000, I might have to do it.
I love fishing, but why am I not catching fish? It's July and August. Oh my God. Let's talk about it. So let me spell it out for each and every one of you. It's hot. And in terms of fishing, you got to really think about it. You know, down here in Georgia, it's been anywhere between 95 degrees to 98 degrees, basically on the daily. You know, we've had a couple of storms lately, so it's dropped it down into the 80s and the 90s, but that water temperature is going to stay there like very consistently. You know, if you know anything about science, water holds temperature very well. It may take a while to heat up. So that's why, you know, as soon as it's May, you're still jumping in and it's cold as sin. But, you know, you get into these July and August months, and that water temperature is going to be about 85 to 90 degrees. Those fish are not going to want to bite. They're going to be really lethargic, and they're not going to want to chase. So let's explain it like it's high noon. So the sun is at the highest point in the sky. Here you are fishing on the bank, and there's this little fish that's about 5 feet of water, and he's screaming, "Ah, it's too hot. Get me out of here." And that's because he's getting baked alive. And then you have all these fish that are in that kind of 10 to 20 to 30 feet range. And, you know, they're feeling just fine. But, you know, this fish that's all the way down here in that 40 plus feet of water, he's probably freezing. And, you know, Bass need to be in at least warm water. They can't be all the way down there and freezing their butt off. So when it's 90 to 100 degrees out there, where are the bass? Well, when it's about high noon, they're going to be in slightly deeper water. So if the max depth of your pond is about 20 feet, they'll probably be in about 10 to 15 feet of water, maybe up to 20. Or they might be in some cover, like, on a blowdown, or, under some rocks, stuff like that, something to get away from that extreme heat. Well, what if the sun's, like way over here, in these really low light conditions? Then they're going to be coming up really shallow and they're going to be feeding. Bass, they need good temperature, but they also need to eat food. So basically, if you're going to want to catch fish when it's super hot in these July and August months, go whenever the sun is about to set or when it's really, really early in the morning. Ideally,
Fisher of men.
You live anywhere in the Southeast in this purple, but especially Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Mississippi? Because if so, you're going to want to hear this. An unprecedented heat dome that we may have never seen before in our lifetime is hitting the central U.S. right now and is stopping all sorts of storms from ever reaching us. In the deep red, we are seeing humid conditions with a heat index of over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Especially in this area right here where Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas meet, it is expected to be 120 degrees by this weekend. It seems like after the hurricane and the earthquakes in California, we are waiting for something to happen in the Southeast to bring this temperature down. But until this heat dome breaks up in about a week, we are going to consistently be over 100 degrees in all these areas. That's Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, the lower part of Wisconsin, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Indiana. Everywhere in the central United States is being battered by this heat dome. Do you live anywhere in the Southeast in this?
Any of you folks out there, witness these extreme temperatures? You've been caught up in the mix? Anyone out there?
This looks like this happened last year. Kind of feels like a repeat.
This isn't your ordinary umbrella. Lightweight and portable.
So basically, a heat dome is an area with very high pressure. Now, what that high pressure does is it keeps the heat from coming up from the ground. Heat must rise. So with all this added pressure in almost like a dome-like area, it keeps the heat compressed. Now, why is this bad? Because they're becoming longer and more frequent, and it's all due to climate change. So basically what they're saying is that one right there in Mexico has been sitting there for several weeks, which is crazy because they usually only last maybe a week.
Sitting there for several weeks, they got heat domes, aka lenses, over them. Is that what's really going on? Hold on a second. Let's have a... That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
High school test coming.
No. That's the wrong one. I'll come back to that after.
We're talking heat indexes of like 104 to 107 for weeks. So what does that do? It dries up the ground. It's not good for our crops. Oh yeah, and on top of that, there's more heat-related illnesses, such as heat strokes, sun poisoning. I mean, it goes on and on. So basically what the weather guy said was that usually the jet stream goes in a certain way, and this year they predicted it wrong. So none of these are being blown away. They're just sticking around. So be careful and be prepared because it is about to be very, very hot. Something is going on with our climate. You ever heard?
Here comes the heat. Yes.
For my people in the Northeast, what are you doing the next few days? Are we hiding?
I'll tell you this for free. I do not live here because I like being hot. Like when I start seeing these dark red, these purple colors, look at that. That's disgusting. That's terrible. I'm done. I'm out. My people in the Northeast, what are you doing?
Come Saturday, June 22nd, 230 million Americans will be at least 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and at least 20 million of them will be.
Okay, Midwest friend. They say 90 million Americans. Wow.
Come Saturday, June 22nd, 230 million Americans will be at least.
230 million.
Come
Sorry.
Saturday, June 22nd, 230 million Americans will be at least 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and at least 20 million of them will be at or above 100 degrees. We're talking nearly 200 record highs can be broken this weekend. And nearly every portion of the country is either in a level 1, 2, 3, or 4 risk of heat impacts. A level 1 yellow is minor, level 2 orange is moderate, level 3 red is major, and the magenta purple is a level 4 extreme. For Monday, you can see much of the Midwest is in that red. That orange does stretch into the Northeast, the Southern Gulf, state of Texas, Mississippi Valley. But moving into Tuesday, you can see that Midwest is now purple. Illinois, Iowa, Ohio, Michigan, and much of the Northeast is either red or orange. Wednesday, again, the Midwest and Northeast in those shades of purple, red, orange. Thursday, this same area is continuing to get these
That's why
90
you always
degree
Saturn.
triple-digit temperatures. States in purple once again, Illinois, Ohio,
Yep. There you
Michigan,
go.
New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, even Maine. The northernmost point in Maine has the chance to be in the 90s. Friday, you see that area still dealing with this heat, and even back out west, you see those areas of orange continuing to pop up. Now, Saturday, the day a ton of people are going to be under these heat impacts. Western United States, California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Washington, Oregon in the orange. Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, the entire East Coast, Midwest, still dealing with that heat. Throughout the week, and especially Saturday, you need to be hydrated, be drinking lots of water, but not just you, but for your plants and your pets. Limiting your outdoor exposure, dressing in light clothing, and doing whatever you can to beat the heat. Summer officially started at 4:50 Eastern Time on June 20th. Today is also known as the summer solstice, aka the longest day of the year. Not really the longest day, just the longest amount of daylight. The summer solstice is between
Got the globe and the apex again. There you go.
June 20th and June 22nd. It changes based on the year. Because technically there is 365.25 days each year when you get astronomically technical, and you have to factor in a leap year, things like that. But the summer solstice is when the uppermost portion of the Arctic Circle gets 24 hours of daylight. The Earth is tilted on an axis at 23.5 degrees, and during the summer, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, meaning the northern hemisphere gets the most amount of daylight. The southern hemisphere is in winter and doesn't get as much daylight. So areas are likely seeing over 14 hours of daylight today. Now, while the summer solstice is the longest day of the year, the winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. Come Saturday.
is so hot here. It's currently 35 degrees, which is 95 degrees Fahrenheit or something. And this is what Matt told me. Apparently, this is what the actual Australian summer feels like after December. It gets this hot and it's this hot every day. We had the windows open. During the car ride on the highway, and I was sweating.
India burning up, boy.
They come move that car. Get it hit it.
You okay?
They come move that car.
Stop, man. Stop.
30 seconds.
Stop, man. Stop.
His back is
man.
done.
Stop. Stop.
30 seconds.
One, two.
Oh, second.
30 seconds.
One, two.
Oh no.
Oh, sister.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where I can get some hamburgers?
Get what?
Get some hamburgers.
One more time.
Get what?
Oh no. Pissed. Holding the tape.
Alright, so you have to stick your finger in here. Right here.
You got robbed by the monkey.
She did not get away. She caught it. Oh no. Man, they're pretty smooth. Hey, they got it done. That's smooth. That's great teamwork. I love this. That's great teamwork.
Check your panties. About 175,000 rice. I think that was supposed to be pantries.
Not so pale.
Your Honor.
Today's snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands.
It's going to be areas of drist and mizzle. Drist and, what am I saying here? Mist and drizzle. I literally combined both.
I just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that. Thank you very much.
What we can say is that it looks for him in Uxbridge also something where there may be some concern. He had a 12,000 majority here.
12,000!
It's now down to 5,000.
5,000!
Some people think it won't happen again.
It won't happen again!
Thanks very much, Tim. Lots of people trying to get in on the act.
Good morning to you. It's 5 o'clock right now on your Wednesday.
Hey, he handled that well. He said 5,000, actually.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kate Merrill. I mean, Chris McKinnon.
I am Kate Merrill. That is Chris McKinnon, and it is a Wednesday, Danielle, because
Check your panties. About one.
Oh. What do you want to see too much of this stuff? Right, that'll do. That'll do, young man. That'll do, young man. 420 if you got that shit. Hey, when I think of that heat dome shit, right? It's making me think of this. Where's it gone?
New, Hank, Coco, Big Sir. Y'all know how this shit go. You know, all eyes on me. Roll up in the club and shit. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. You know what? I bet you got it. You don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils suck. But the day they finally free me, I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride. Hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause even when I'm high, fuck with me and get cross later. The future's in my eyes. Cause all I want is cash and things. A 5 double O, bands wanting flashy brains. Bitches pursue me like a dream. Been known to disappear before your eyes. It's like a dope thing. It seems my main thing was to be major. Paid the game sharper than the motherfucking razor blade. Save money, bring bitches, bring lies. One nigga's getting jealous and motherfuckers die. Depend on me like the first and 15. They might hold me for a second, but before gon' get me. We got 4 niggas and low riders and ski masks screaming thug life. Every time they pass, all eyes on me. Live the life of a thug nigga until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Live the life of a thug nigga until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player, cause even getting high.
Hey, to my nigga Pac. So much trouble in the world, nigga. Ain't nobody feel your pain. The world's changing every day, time's moving fast. My girl said I need a race, how long will she last? I'm caught between my woman and my pistol and my chips. Triple beam, got some smokers on, whistle as I dip. I'm lost in the land with no plan, living life flawless. Crime boss, contraband, let me toss this. Mediocre's got a lot of nerve, let my bucket swerve. I'm taking off from the curb. The nervousness, neglect made me pack a tech. Devoted to serving this, my wet and paid checks. Like a kite satellite, nigga, I'm forever ballin'. It ain't right, parasites, triggers, and fleas crawling. Sucker ducking, get busted, no emotion. My devotion is handling my business, nigga, keep on coasting. When you going out, been there, came back, it's lonely, homie. Steady flowing against the grave, niggas still don't know me. It's about the money in this rap shit, this crap shit. It ain't funny, niggas don't even know how to act shit. What can I do, what can I say, is there another way? Blunts and gin all day, 24 parlay. My little homie G, can't you see I'm buster free? Niggas can't stand me, all eyes on me.
Live the life of a thug nigga until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Live the life of a thug nigga until the day I die. Live the life of a boss player. All eyes on me. The fans is watching, niggas plotting to get me. Will I survive? Will I die? Come on, let's picture the possibility. Giving me charges, lawyers making a grip. I told the judge I was raised wrong, and that's why I blaze shit. Was hyper as a kid, old as a teenager. On my mobile, calling big shots. On the scene, major, packing hundreds in my drawers. Fuck the law, bitches, I fuck with a passion. I'm living rough and raw. Catching cases at a fast lane, balling in the fast lane. Hustle till the morning, never stop until the cash came. Live my life as a thug, nigga, until the day I die. Live my life as a boss player, cause even getting high. These niggas got me tossing shit. I put the top down, now it's time to floss my shit. Keep your head up, nigga, make these motherfuckers suffer. Up in the bins, burning rubber. The money is mandatory, the hoes is for the strap. This criminal lifestyle, equipped with the bulletproof vest. Make sure your eyes is on the meal ticket. Get your money, motherfucker, let's get rich and real. Kick it, all eyes on me. Live the life as a thug, nigga, until the day I die. Live the life as a boss player. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Live the life as a thug, nigga, until the day I die. Live the life as a boss player. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah, check my niggas. See how that shit go? Nigga walk up in this motherfucker. Be like, king. Yeah, I like a thug, nigga, till the day I die. Live my life as a bitches, cause even getting hot. Every motherfucking body. I got busted souls and police watching a nigga, you know? Live my life as a thug, nigga, till the day I die. Live my life as a boss player. All eyes on me. It's like what they think, I'm walking around with some keys in my pocket or something. All eyes on me. They think I'm going back to jail. They really on that dope. Live my life as a thug, nigga, till the day I die. I know y'all watching. I know y'all got me in the scope. I know y'all know this is thug life, baby. Y'all got me on the surveillance. All eyes on me.